Hello there, welcome back to Sweden. So last time we started a war against Muscovy, waged a war in Poland, basically to, get some Polish provinces back, or Teuton provinces back. They still have 2 cores missing that we will be making moves on next time, I think, 1641. So we have plenty of time to actually get these provinces, which is, funnily enough. Poznan will also be a target, simply due to the fact that it is a province that will connect the lands, which is of course really useful. Unless of course I've vassalized Pomerania before that, which is unlikely. Teutons are currently 106 relation, which is great. Now Lithuania has decided that it will more or less or most likely betray us, which is not positive in any way at all. But it is just how things are right now. Things aren't looking too good on that end. I have also ended up in a situation where I have to take 7 loans of 40 ducats, which means that I have 400 or so in debt, which is not useful, not beneficial, not good at all. But again, yeah, I can now start beating back on Muscovy here. Focusing just on Muscovy should be really useful. Muscovy is alone. They're running high on war exhaustion. They are basically out of troops, and again, that puts me in a very promising situation in terms of beating them. So I don't have any concerns here. I'll also keep on most likely consolidating my army, keep it at approximately 10,000 men, I think. At least the army that's roaming around to, destroy Muscovy, that is. So, with that said, we'll just continue. The goal here will be to go eastward, secure the... make sure that Muscovy can't colonize, more or less. I could, of course, just allow Muscovy to go east, but last time I did that, they kind of spiraled out of control and things turned out badly. So, I think we'll just shut them down here while we still can. I'll also siege a capital to aid myself in the, gain of war exhaustion, if you will. Or just see if I can actually find the remnants of their troops, because they do have about 8,000 troops running around here somewhere. Probably dealing with rebels or something like that. So I'll see if I can find them and kill them. If I can, that would be wonderful. If I can't, that's just how things are. But hopefully I can stop their colonization attempts very soon. That's the goal. And apparently one of my generals died. I don't want a royal marriage with Scotland. Unfortunately, they're not too helpful. So I can invest in idea cultural ties. It will most likely be useful in the future, so might as well just take that. Accepted culture Chessel will be useful. Relations, heathens, idea cost, all of that is actually rather useful. And I don't really need these right now. I might wait for them until we actually get the completely humanist set and just catch up a little bit on diplomatic tech. That might be a good idea. So I think we're going to try and catch up a little bit of diplomatic tech right now. But I did take the indirect rule, -10 to nationalism years, which will be most likely very useful. So for now I'll just get to sieging the colonial area, if you will, and hopefully I can just hand this over to Novgorod, no questions asked. I would expect that, so we'll just see how this turns out. I'll probably have to try and steer clear of the Permian nationalists. So I think I'll use this army and just explore, find the Muscovite lands, and stop them once and for all. That's the goal. So I'll allow this to unfold. If anything interesting happens, I'll show you. Right now I think the coalition is just Denmark and Pomerania. I'm a little bit unsure, but I believe that is the extent of it. So we'll be a little bit careful, but right now we don't really have any big concerns. Goal is of course to annex Norway more or less ASAP. We'll see how that plays out for us. As I said, I did want some diplomatic tech, but since we're going to be taking things from Muscovy, which will most likely end up being a little bit costly, I think we'll be careful. Muscovy has also recreated their army here, which is a pain in the ass, because that means that my army here will need to be sent back. I've just burnt one of their colonies. We'll have to fight that Muscovite army though, most likely as a unified force, or we'll be in for a world of pain. So we'll send these guys to Reval and just hide them there, I think, while we try and sort this out. I think we'll try and siege this province before we go though, just because we can. And I think, yeah, we'll siege this and then we'll make the moves. I definitely need to destroy Muscovy armies, but it's not really too much of a concern right now. I also need to repay my loan, so let's just start while we're at war. I will have to extend some of these loans. That's just how things are. And to give myself a little bit of an advantage, we don't really need to pay for a navy right now. Let's just be honest. I'm also tempted to just kick my advisors. but as you can see, both of them are kind of doing a very important job, so I think I'll just keep them around. Now we'll see if we can actually join our armies up here. They're actually coming for us, so we'll have to try and stay clear of the Muscovy army. But again, here they do have a fair amount of rebels, so they're most likely going to end up losing some of their troops, which of course will be really wonderful for us, I think. So we will not worry about that right now. And again, I can't really repay the loan, so I'll just have to wait until I can. We'll join up in Belisero. I think that's the best place, and then we can just march straight for Cargopole. Shouldn't be an issue at all. Again, if Muscovy fails, it's just beneficial to me, and I'll keep on fabricating claims on the provinces here of Lithuania. They should be easy to beat, to be perfectly honest. So hopefully they'll be able to convert the provinces for me, so I won't have to worry about things like that. Now let's see if we can actually beat this Muscovy army and have some more fun. That's more or less all there's to it. Well, the battle did start badly, but we did at least catch up and destroy them. So I'll hunt down and destroy the army now before it actually becomes a proper danger, if you will. So hopefully I can do that. Okay, so I'm terrible at predicting where the armies are running, apparently. But let's see if we can destroy this army now before it becomes an issue again. I might have to just retreat here to actually recover some of my mercenary manpower, which is not beneficial in any sort of way. We are losing a lot of manpower, so it's not good. But as things are currently looking, it seems like Muscovy is in, or has more concerns than just me right now, because they're losing a lot of their well, they're losing a lot of their provinces to rebels, which is beneficial to me. But I kind of want to see if I can find this this colony and just destroy it. That would really be helpful. The Protestant Reformation has begun. That's interesting. Denmark actually got it first, so that's also really interesting. Let's see, Protestant. Well, it didn't actually convert any of my lands, which is kind of annoying. But can I flip already now? Cannot convert while I'm at war. I'll lose 100 prestige, but yeah, I can actually flip right now. Central Reformation will appear. It is going to be a pain in the arse, but I think I'm just going to wait right now. The war hasn't really begun yet, so I don't really have to concern myself with that. But Muscovy is definitely colonizing, and that is of course a major issue that needs to be fixed. So I'll try and deal with that. Unfortunately, I'm losing a ton of money here thanks to the well, maintenance of my army. So again, loans are going to be extended. I'm going to have to use some admin points here, basically get down my interest in the long run. It's barely 2% though, so it's not a danger right now, but it could become one. I'll split this army in two. We'll send the other half to scout this province right here, and we'll see what happens. Muscovy is kind of a pain in the arse to attack too, because of the current situation. But I'm really hoping the rebels here can really do a number of them. Just break them down. Everything they took, lost, if you will. Skåne has converted to Protestant. That actually happened incredibly fast, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, Protestant is now happening at an amazing speed, to be perfectly honest. Denmark has turned Protestant already. We might as well. It will allow us to pay back on most of our loans, hilariously enough. But of course, with a nation that is currently the size of mine, it's going to cause some issues. I'm a little bit unsure if I'll lose my vassals, but I will definitely lose my. I don't think I'll lose my vassals. No, I'll not lose my vassal. I'll lose my alliances. That's how it works. Stupid me. Anyways, I'll keep on this war going for a little while longer, I think. Okay, my bad. Can I tell this army to go back here? Yeah, I can. Get on the defensive will probably help a little bit here. Let's see here. I'm a little bit unsure if I want to keep the war going with Muscovy. Again, I can most likely ban them to just allow them to colonize, but Muscovy is the kind of country that will be a pain in the ass to deal with, because of, well, the amount of power they actually have. They'll give me these two provinces, which is interesting, but I don't really want them because I can't really do much with them. I'll give those two cores back. If I force them to pay war reparations as well, I think I can actually agree to this. Yeah, I'll go with this. It's just two cores, but basically I'm running out of... my treasury is more or less running empty. Muscovy is rebel-ridden. And if I do this, I should be able to recover both of my... well, everything. And I can then do a good decision if I want to, when I want to turn Protestant or not. I should probably have done it earlier though to get my, I didn't really know this, a religious colony at 3 centers of Reformation. I probably should have done that a lot earlier then, just to get a center of Reformation to convert the provinces for me, but as you can see here, they ended up being in, well, someplace else, which is not useful at all. 30 years of Byzantine influx for 80 points. We'll do that. Technology cost minus 10% will be really useful, I think. Again, yeah, I really hope that I'll get some more free conversions, but we'll have to see. I do have that plus 25 religious unity, so it's not horrible per se. But with just one missionary, it's going to be kind of difficult. If I knew that the system worked like that, I would definitely have agreed to. To just accept it right away, because it would have been easier. But right now things are not looking too good, especially if I annex Norway as well. Let's see here. Let's just get our troops back home first, then we can deal with the current situation at hand, if you will. There isn't anyone that will boost. No one will boost anything here in terms of conversion rates, which is kind of not the best thing ever. I think I'll just sit back a little bit, see if the centers will convert some more provinces for me. If they do, then that will be wonderful. If not, I'll just have to deal with that as it comes. And of course, again here, the Holy Roman Empire war hasn't actually begun yet. I'll just have to pay attention to it. I have no idea how long it can rage for. But if Austria gets into a position where they are vulnerable, I'll definitely take advantage of that. Especially if I can get France in on it. So this is between the border, my army strength, neutral attitude, all that is kind of negative for me, but we'll deal with that as we go. We'll also probably not take any ideas before we turn, because we'll get a minus 10 to idea cost. But I will do an upgrade in diplomatic tech because it's cheap, 340 points, and we finally reach diplomatic tech 4, trade range plus 10, and I can build dock and marketplace, both useful. For now, I'll probably just keep quiet for a year, then go for the annexation of most likely, we'll send these guys back home so we don't have to mess with those Teuton noble rebels. Denmark, the Palatinate, and Thuringia. Poland and Pomerania. Well, it seems like Denmark might be in a position for pain. But I'll try and annex Norway first and see what we can do after that. It'll probably take a while though, but it should be fine. So I'll sit back and wait until the time comes when I can actually start the annexation of Norway, which is 17th of March, my birthday. So that will be interesting. We'll start. Basically, we can just start right away. I don't need to improve relations with Teutons anymore. 2 calls should be more than enough to give the last little boost. And Brandenburg is actually kind of tempted to... I'm tempted to try and peacefully vassalize them right now, if I can. No, they're an electorate, and the base tax is a little bit of an issue. But at least now Mecklenburg will be, in theory, a little bit cheaper, hopefully. So let's just start the annexation of Norway, and it will be done in 1503. Well, we'll go with that. It's 42 base tax. War exhaustion will slowly go down. Other than that, is there anything in particular I want to do? Nope. Nope, I don't think so. Perhaps the manpower guy. No. Again, we are most likely going to end up in a war with Lithuania, I think. Bohemia, Genoa, and Venice. I don't really see what the hell has happened to Venice? Well, good job Naples, I presume. But yeah, it would be interesting to try and get ourselves an alliance with France here as we go. But right now it seems like if we are to wage a war on Austria, it's going to be painful, very painful. Naples, Castile, Aragon, Trier, Saxony, Pomerania, and Augsburg. So it's going to be hard no matter how we look at it. But if we get in charge of the league, if you will, there's probably going to either be an event or a decision that we can take to protect the league. Probably we can just join from the panels. So we'll have to see. That could definitely be useful. But for the time being, again, loans is what we are focusing on repaying. And I have 3 more loans to go. But we're going to leave it here. I'm going to most likely give this a 2-3 days pause, just to figure out, just do a little bit of planning, figure out if I should have gone Protestant right away. I probably should have, and then figure out the best way to do this. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you next time. Bye.